in the slavery days.
The colonials.
That's right. So you have that in them still. Most of the slaves are in them.
Yeah.
So you see the way them slaves now, them fight against Vybz Kartel. But no matter what, you still have to drop a road. So you see that person that say a Vybz Kartel fan?
No
tell that person and say that man we are talking a Vybz Kartel fan. But the whole of them are fight against Vybz Kartel, we should law shouldn't get to fight against you. Law is there to protect and make sure say, alright. Even children them in Tucson, they can't even walk the street. So what is it all about?
Right. Without being harassed, right? About? Yeah, absolutely.
In Tucson, them kill them.
Police draw them.
And then the kill Lizard, none of them kill Lizard. Lizard wasn't the pan choir, you know. Lizard never the pan choir. He never the pan church choir and come from church. We don't take away him Bible and gun him down. Him out there doing things. Yeah?
I won't speak to that choir, I don't know that, but yeah, me hear that.
It was a choir boy.
Same.
Lizard wasn't a choir boy come from church. He was a street boy, was out there with them. And so forth, you see one of the things, you see one of the cases try and people get less sentence. You got a girl you talk about yesterday.
Yeah.
The footballer girl or whatever.
We kill Plum and get 6 years. Yeah.
Look at the guy up on Mandeville. And Mandeville, like we said, never show the girl in a New Year's Day and must get like 25 years and then drop it down to must about 18 or 90 after you kill the people and girl picnic because she keep an next man with you. And look on the years where him get. Yeah? So it's the line in Jamaica is unfair. It's the person who said to you, say, if I did America, if I over here steals it a dash out. It's a dash out serious. And guess I know, there's just one more thing I'll ever do mind. You see England? I fuck them and fuck up them down there. Because they know say for you to go back. And go get the case started over. You now go and go back over that. You now get first statement or fresh. So you are England and say no. But I feel like him go because they can't go back to that.
I think England set them up. Talk. Finish your talk.
One more thing. People are talking about taxpayer money. Let me tell you this. You see taxpayer money in Jamaica? No, government not busy with that because they're not spending it on the people, they're not spending it on school children, they're not spending it on government bill, they're not spending it on nothing. Taxpayer money are waste in Jamaica. Who are thief, and who are take, and who are do this. Nobody no hold accountable for nothing. If they buy one little sign on a man to go be if it was 19 or 20 million, right? What is taxpayer money for go back home, for go back? There ain't nothing to them because it not cost them nothing. They not give a count for nothing at all. They don't hold accountable for nothing at all.
Absolutely.
They can rob, and they can thief, and they can do everything. So if a taxpayer money people have talk about, tell them to stop it.
Absolutely.
Because taxpayer money not spend in a country for do absolutely nothing for the people. So tell them to stop using already and stop talking about taxpayer money. Them people that will spend every taxpayer money to send back Vybz Kartel to prison. Because of that they want.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
You talk.
So
hello? No man, hello? Oh? Hello? Oh God, it look like him cut off. General? It look like the caller gone, you know. You can hear me? Can y'all hear me out there? Well, no one to the call. Like the call gone. But that brother said he said a lot. I honestly think the law lords in the UK are watching this closely, and this was set away for a reason. I think that, but we're gonna get into that. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning. Live on... Boy, I want to this. If you are calling just now, please call back. Look here, I answer the phone. And the phone, I talk about report call. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. Morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Blessing. A few quick points. You see, a few times you talk before, and I said I never liked certain things about Kartel treat people around him. in general. But, you know, my thing was coming from the whole alliance thing. You know what I mean? If I follow music, me always say loyalty is good. But me glad to say, what me glad to say still, but since him being incarcerated, I mean, if Bounty Killer go visit him, but the man Bounty Killer, me shut up back. And I love that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
My thing is this, the case now, like the said before, Jamaica is so damn small. Anybody say they don't know about the case, like them I tell.
Yeah.
Or you go find juror. Without a biased opinion, we go for it.
Impossible.
Guilty, not guilty. Are not guilty. Yes, have them feelings.
Impossible.
Me know you bring up the point, you know. Me know you bring up this point here about it's 2 juror problem, you know. Well, 3. One girl, I think, did leave in February at the time. For some odd reason.
Yeah, she had something to take care of. I bring that up already. Not today, but I brought it up before.
What about the police that work at the courthouse whose wife or girlfriend? You remember as well.
Brother, let me tell people, thank you. Wait. I've said that before, and people say I lie, me I tell them, always I make up stuff. Say it again, please.
No. That was in the thing.
All right.
That was in, but they couldn't file to England because it was too late when they put in the rest of the stuff, remember?
Right, and guess what? It's not to cut you, but everything that did not make it through to go to England at the time for submission for the appeal, that will be brought forward in a retrial anyways. So where is a retrial going? In my opinion, there is no leg for a retrial to stand on. But I think I know why. She has to push for a retrial. Me know why, but we're going to get to that. We're going to get to it.
You see, Jamaican, if you pick the thing right, fuck the long thing, if you do it the right way. You see, there was a thing here, I listen to Jamaica radio station on my phone regular right through the day. There was a guy in Jamaica with a BMW. He was not on the island, but somebody used his vehicle and his gun to kill a student.
Yes, man, the X6 murder trial. Let me talk about that already too.
Which was deliberate to the guy. Some students call in and talk how it go, and the who killed the son and the reason why.
That's the Kajil Mays murder case.
There you go. And it was the man's son who did the murder.
All right.
And because the same man they know, no self-even vehicle, no self-even gun, and the man are turning in gun. In America, brother, in America here, you're going to get thrown in. But and seize it.
But look, it got deeper than that. Look at what Paula Llewellyn did in that case, though. Look at what she did in that case.
Exactly. She made no effort. No effort whatsoever. Because brother, Jamaica is who you know. The man was a contractor. He worked with Andrew Owens, them, the PNP people, and then give him big contract at Jamaica. That's how you go.
Him known as the big man. Yeah. Him known as the big man. Yeah. Paula Llewellyn went into the courts and said, we have nothing further, and threw up her hands, knowing damn well that that man could not be the shooter because them seen on surveillance video, his passport says it, him get stamped with, you know, when you're traveling and you go through an immigration stamp, he just left, he's just got back on the island. Who was driving the X6? Not only that, if we want to talk the X6 case, it can get really deep. Where did they find the X6? In our man yard, in Brethren yard, where the body was.
They make a mistake to, you know, and go at General B house, you know, remember that? Remember, they go at General B house, you know, kind of the same here, I think General B delivers the man. And I see him got a vehicle in house, and they make a mistake. You understand me? But let me tell you something, man. To me, listen to me. Yeah, the first part of the thing with the case, I may have to come to a conclusion because the thing is not if Kartel guilty or innocent, did they prove the case. It's not what it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
All right, brother. All right.
What to before I go? The thing you said about double jeopardy, here's the thing. Yes, you can retry the case, being this because they did find Kartel guilty before. Even though it's overturned right now, she can retry him again. If Kartel was found not guilty in 2014, Kartel could go to a Sunfest or go a Jam World thing and say, people, make the boy a lizard and chop him up. And there's nothing in Jamaica they could have done to try to make it already found him not guilty and that crime. I saw double jeopardy work. Because he's a liar in Jamaica and things, so not asking questions. You understand?
But Jamaica runs under a different system than the US. That's the point I was making.
But double jeopardy thing is basically kind of the same in our way. Yeah.
Okay.
If he was found guilty, but that's the thing they can't retry. If he was found not guilty, he could have confessed and killed him after the fact, and they couldn't retry him. They could not retry him because even
if he appealed to the highest courts, if you're found guilty in the U.S. and you appeal your case to the highest courts, and the highest courts overturn your conviction, them can't try you again. That's double jeopardy. You're right. Exactly. That's what I was saying.
Okay, that's the way you're coming from your point. Okay,
right.
Yeah. I mean, let's see. Paula is doing this based off. She's doing this based off ego. You have to have emotions because you fumble the biggest case in your life. You fumble it. She did fumble it.
Say that again, please.
She fumbled the biggest case in her life.
She fumbled the biggest case in her life. Now, every time people say Vybz Kartel, guess who else comes up? Paula Llewellyn. Her name is attached to it forever regardless, but she fumbled the biggest case in her life.
It's kind of like Father me in Georgia with Trump. She go give the man or a boyfriend the work to take them Trump. You can't do that. You can't give a boyfriend the work.
You know what? I'm going to discuss that on this channel tomorrow. Fannie Mae Willis. And I said from the beginning, I said, I hope the sister's squeaky clean because you're going after billionaires. They're going to come down on you very hard, and whatever dirt you have in your closet is going to come out. And remember that? All right. It turns out she was having an affair with the guy that she appointed to prosecute Donald Trump. And see there, him get kicked off of the case. He had to resign. And that was the only way she was allowed to actually keep the case. But that's a different story for a different day. Yeah, man. Manners and respect. So yeah, not all of us slow and like they think, you know. And with concerted effort, we can put this thing together ourselves and make some sense out of it, right? Now back to this though. I won't be taking any more calls for a minute because I have to get through this so we get a good understanding of what is going on. Paula Llewellyn at first was trying to clear her name. I clearly said, if this is about justice, Paula is going to say, we already got 13 years in prison off of them. And there were a bunch of things that went wrong in the case, albeit I'll be the first to say we made some mistakes. It's human to make errors. But when you are a kind of person who act like you never make an error yet and it's always somebody else wrong, then you are demonic. You're not friggin' human. Humans make errors. So it's okay to say I was wrong or I made an error, right? Doing the right thing in this case would mean to say, you know what? At this point, this it. Let them go. The girl just stab up Plum the other day and get 6 years. 6 years. Wanna get 13 off a cartel. Just hold that, right? They took it to the Privy Council. The Privy Council overturned it. You don't have a new case with legs to stand on, but you're going to push it through regardless because of something that is called ego, right? And I said this before. I said if this comes down to personal feelings and ego, look forward to Paula Llewellyn announcing that she's going to go for a new trial. And boom, see that? She'll go for a new trial. But before she decides if she'll go for that, there's this article here where she's trying to clear her name to try to get the public to understand that it wasn't me that made the judgment to push the case forward with the mistakes in it that the Privy Council saw and overturned. It was the judge. But I already told everybody that it was the judge, right? Because ultimately in a case, it is the judge's decision if the case goes forward or if the case stop right here. So we have to replace this juror or we have to scrub the whole jury pool and put a new jury pool in however long it takes, however expensive it may be, if the goal is about true justice. Wasn't about no true justice. It was about securing a conviction for them by any means necessary. That's what that was about. Them inner them feelings from long time about this, right? Now, it says here that while noting that the matter is still under judicial consideration, Director of Public Prosecution Paula Llewellyn said that she felt compelled to speak on that narrow issue in light of what she labeled a campaign of misinformation that is being spread right now by certain counsel, which she believes amounts to an attempt to bring her office into disrepute. I think it is vile. It is a veiled attempt to intimidate the office of the DPP and myself from doing our professional duty in respect of property, preparing ourselves to make submissions to the Court of Appeal in this matter, as we are bound to do consequent on the ruling of the Privy Council in this matter, the DPP told the Jamaica Observer in an interview. Now, based on what we saw from the Privy Council, you are not bound to ask for a retrial, Paula. You are bound to decide if there should be a retrial or not. For the people who don't understand what's about to happen next, when the paperwork hits the appeal courts in Jamaica, because that's the highest courts, when the paperwork comes back down the line from England, from the law lords there, with their suggestion of what, because it's a suggestion, from their suggestion of what is to be done in this case, Paula Llewellyn and then the attorneys who represent these men, Vybz Kartel and the others, they will face off in a court behind the scenes. Paula will go in there and she will say, I want a retrial. Those attorneys will go in there and they will say, I don't think a retrial is worth going through at this point. The judges will say, well, Paula, tell us why you want a retrial. Show us your evidence and what you have compiled and ready to go. And she will say, well, I have this, that, and this and that. And I'm pretty sure that if I take it to trial again, I can secure a guilty conviction this time. Their attorneys will go and counter whatever it is that she said to these people, to the appeal judges. Well, here's the reason why we don't think a retrial would be worth the wait, would be worth the fight. Because this that she just mentioned, that was already refuted by an expert that flew into the country. This that she just mentioned, the house burned down, then them rubble it and them dash it where we can't even go into the house again. This, that, and they will go in there and go behind the scenes and go back and forth until a decision is made. My fear is that that same panel of judges, that's the appeal court right there that actually did that, passed over something they were supposed to see. And we're going back to them again. Figure set. I think, and this is why I said I think they are in cahoots with Paula. So whatever Paula wants, Paula is going to get. She's our DPP, right? Whatever she wants, she's going to get. So if she asks for a retrial, no matter what them lawyers say, we are going to side with Paula and say, yeah man, we think it should go back to trial again and go back to trial anyway. Right. That's where the danger lies right there. Because they risked their professional reputation to overlook something that went to the Privy Council and got shot down. Even the law lords at the Privy Council said they're kind of surprised how this got past the appeals court in Jamaica. Right, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. So you need the law lords in England then to point out to you something that you should have seen, and now we'll go back to them now to where they'll argue before, back and forth in front of them. If this is truly about justice and not about personal feelings or a secret or personal vendetta, then there will not be a retrial. There will be time served and let go. Now, in all fairness, let me say this. What if Paula is thinking, I owe it to, just hypothetically speaking, and the possibilities, I owe it to the mother of the perceived or alleged victim, we don't know if I'm dead for true, perceived or alleged victim. I owe it to the mother to get some justice for her. And she is like, I'm a woman. I don't know if she's a mother, but she's like, I'm a woman, you know, and I'm akin to that kind of feeling. So based on that, I'm going back in for a retrial. At least the mother can say, well, when it came back from Privy Council, Paula was given the opportunity to go for a retrial and she took it. She fought for me. She fought for my justice for my son. She fought for whatever. Maybe she's operating from that space. I don't know. Me not try to disrespect the woman. I'm just saying, right? That's why I'm able to put my foot in both sides of the shoes, wherever the shoes them there, and see it how I see it. So could be that. Could be that. But at the end of the day, that new trial will not be able to stand. It won't. Not unless they cook up a whole lot of stuff again and disregard a whole lot of things again. But the part where she is coming off now saying she thinks this is a veiled attempt to intimidate my office and myself from doing our jobs. Where's the intimidation? I mean, these words are powerful, you know, and you put them out there into the public as somebody in a prominent position, and now you have people thinking somebody is operating in gunman mode after you. They're gonna try to intimidate you for let out cartel. And now I see it trending where there's a group of women online saying, don't make them intimidate you, Paula. Stand up on your rights. Stand up and fight for yourself because you know it. And it's not even about that. It's not even about that. These are her words I'm reading to you guys this morning. The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council last Thursday squashed the murder conviction of Adidja Palmer, Vybz Kartel, and its co-accused Sean Storm Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John for the 2011 murder of Clive Lizard Williams, and remitted the question of whether there should be a retrial to the Jamaica's appeal court. The law lords, in their ruling, said that the decision by the original judge to continue the murder trial after the attempted bribery of the jury had been brought to his attention. It gave rise to a miscarriage of justice. And they also said that it was quashed on several, he didn't say one, and this was the only thing. He said it was quashed on several accounts. So there were other things, but this was the main one that stuck out to them. I'm listening to a conversation yesterday between Cliff Hughes, I think it was, and Paula Llewellyn. And let me grab my phone and pull this up phone up. I'm going to use a part of this content, understanding that this is not my content, and I hope that they don't strike me for using it, but I'll just have to cut it back out. I'm only using it for conversation's sake, just to further what it is that we are saying. In this conversation, what I understand between Mr. Hughes and Paula Llewellyn is that Paula admitted that she's done this before, you know, and me looking at paperwork where she said, in this case we have never done anything like this before, or this judge that was in charge of this case, I'm absolutely sure in all his years that he had never seen anything like this before, where a case had gone on for that long. And now we're at a position where jury was being bribed, and we would have to consider getting rid of the whole jury pool or getting rid of a juror and moving forward with the case, right? She said, in this conversation, she said, I've done this before. Now, Paula Llewellyn, shocking comments on Vybz Kartel Privy Council appeal. And this was a conversation right here. Let me play a piece of it for you.
She was asked by Tona and Ricardo about the advice she gave to the judge in the trial after it was revealed that there was an attempt to bribe the jurors. DPP, having been told that all of your jurors in 2014 had been offered a $500,000 bribe, why did you not advise the judge that it was probably best to dismiss the